Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about the three most important things that you should know before you start a business. Most people when they start their entrepreneurial journey, they start with the wrong type of business. Because they don't have business experience, they often end up choosing a business model that is destined for failure. And do you want to know what those failing business models have in common? Over the years I've started several businesses in various industries. Some were focused on digital products, some were focused on physical products, and some were focused on services. And these are some of the most important things that I wish I knew before I started those businesses. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is starting a business that sells a product or a service that has got low gross margin. Gross margin is the portion of the revenue that gets left behind after subtracting the cost of delivering the service or the cost of making the product. That could be labor cost or cost of raw material. Gross margin is one of the most important indicators for a business financial success. Low gross margin often results into lower net profit or net loss. This is because gross margin is what the business makes after subtracting cost of goods sold or cost of service of the product before you include all the other costs such as administration costs, sales costs, marketing costs, interest costs, and taxes. When you first start your business, you're most likely going to make a lot of mistakes. So you need your gross margin to be as high as possible to make up for all of the mistakes that you will be making in your marketing effort, in your sales effort that will cost you a lot of money. So the higher your gross margin, the more of a buffer and the more of mistakes you can actually afford to make. That's why starting a business with a high gross margin is paramount for your business success. The second biggest mistake would be starting a business with high overhead cost. Overhead cost is the cost that your business would have to pay regardless of its business activity, whether the business is making money or not making money. Think of it as office lease or restaurant lease. It doesn't matter if your restaurant is bringing money or not, you're still liable to pay that cost. And that cost is often locked in for a certain period of time. It could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, and it won't go up and it won't go down. It will stay the same. So that's a fixed overhead cost. There is another type of overhead cost, which is a variable overhead cost. That's the cost of the business that changes based on the level of your activity. Think of it as office supplies, shipping and mailing cost, marketing cost, legal expenses, and maintenance. And then there's also semi-variable overhead cost, which is a combination of fixed overhead cost and variable overhead cost. And that could be commission or utilities. For example, when it comes to utilities, you have the base cost for utility, and then you have a cost that will increase based on your usage of the utilities. And the third biggest mistake is starting a business in a highly saturated market. In a highly saturated market where a lot of competitors sell the same type of product will lead to price competition, which often will lead to you lowering the prices. And the more you lower the price, the more it's going to impact your gross margin. So now that you have an idea of what mistakes entrepreneurs make when they first start a business, let's explore what type of businesses you can start. Now remember, a business that you should start should ideally have a high gross margin, low overhead cost, and ideally operate in a business segment or industry that is not saturated. Most businesses tend to fall under three categories: digital products, service-based businesses, or physical products. Digital products are intangible things that are available on a marketplace, such as software, music, digital art, ebooks, online courses. Digital products tend to have a high gross margin. This is simply because you only pay once to make that digital product. Once you make a digital product, unless you pay someone else to maintain the product, to tweak it, the product cost won't increase. So the more you sell of the digital product, the higher your gross margin will ultimately be, because your cost of making the product is staying constant, and the more you sell of it, the more left over you will have from the revenue once you subtract the cost of making that product. The cost of physical products could go up and down, like the cost of shoes or cost of t-shirts. The prices could go up and down based on labor costs, based on raw materials, and that could often lead to a lower gross margin. And on top of that, there are more expenses that are associated with a physical product. That could be storage fees or delivery fees that will ultimately eat into your net profit. Same thing with the service-based business. The cost of a service-based business could go up based on the input cost, the cost of labor, or the cost of materials. Let's say cleaning supplies. If the cost of cleaning supplies go up, it's going to affect your gross margin. And if the cost of labor goes up, it's going to have a negative impact on your gross margin. And then there is also other fees that are associated with it, like storage fees, transportation fees, etc. So if you are planning on starting a business today, you would be better off starting with a digital product business rather than a physical or a service-based business, simply because of the nature of digital products. As I mentioned before, they tend to have a higher gross margin. Also, when you build a digital business, you will have a low overhead cost. And based on your skills and expertise, you could create a product in a less saturated market, and you can reap the benefits and the rewards of selling digital products and enjoy that high gross margin. And when you start a business, as I mentioned, you will be making a lot of mistakes, and your mistakes will be in the operational side, in the marketing side, in the sales, and sometimes even when it comes to borrowing money. You might borrow too much money, although I don't recommend borrowing money when you run a business. When you have a high grossing product, you will leave yourself with a buffer that will allow you to make mistakes, which is what you will be making in the first business journey. I've made a lot of mistakes in my first business journey, and I wish that I knew these things before I started. And when it comes to storing digital products, you don't pay much for it. You can store 1,000 digital files in a drive that would only cost you maybe $20, $30. So you might ask yourself, what type of digital product business should I start? I personally believe people have skill sets that they can teach other people. Your goal is to take that skill set and turn it into a course, program, or an ebook that you can offer to people. To give you some ideas, you might be an excellent painter. You can create an ebook or a course that teaches people how to paint. You might be an expert at conflict resolution. Again, you can create a course around it that offers educational material that consists of checklists, card decks, journals, planners that will help people learn. You may also have been a director at a 5-star hotel and you've got experience in customer service excellence. Again, you can turn that into a program, a course that you can teach others. You might be good at public speaking and presentation. That's something that you can turn into an ebook or a course. You might be good at persuasion techniques. You might be a personal trainer with a lot of skills. You can offer your knowledge in a form of a course or an ebook, or you may have overcome a major setback in your life. You can teach people about it. The list is long. All you gotta do is brainstorm and find out what skills do you have and what can you bring to the table that is unique. To get started, all you gotta do is ask yourself, what skill sets do I have that I can teach others? How can I break it down and teach it to others? What should I include in my product? And once you've selected a certain skill set, then ask yourself, how can I create my product? Where can I sell my course or product? How can I promote my product? If you like to expedite your digital product business success, you can join ekidhubuniversity.com, where we teach people how to start and build and grow their digital product business. We offer free classes and premium classes that come with digital product templates that can help you create your product or courses in the fastest time possible. We have students that have been able to create digital product businesses and courses in as little as 30 days. We don't just teach you to find a topic or how to create a course. We will also teach you how to find your ideal customer, grow your email list, and create a successful sales funnel that will help you increase sales. The 3 courses that I just mentioned are actually free right now at EKID University. You can sign up today and start your learning for free. They will remain for free for a limited time. I will leave the link to each course in the description section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.